discussed. Last time we had to study about the Coulomb's law. लेकिन तब Coulomb's law केवल magnitude विषय कथा आमे पाइले. वर्तमान ताको vector form रे आमे Coulomb's law vector form nature केमि हेबो सेटा आमे स्टार्ट करिया. So the heading goes like this: Coulomb's law in vector form. Coulomb's law actually obeys Newton's third law. What does the Newton's third law states? Now between two bodies there are always two forces. So likewise between two point charges there are two electric forces. So let's take, suppose there are 2 point charges, let's say Q1 and another one, let's say Q2, and they are separated by distance, let's say R. So there are 2 point charges Q1 and Q2, and again as it obeys the Newton's third law, so there are two forces that which Q1 applies on Q2 and another one Q2 applies on Q1. So we can write like this: Coulomb's law obeys Newton's third law of motion. And it states that ये कौन कहे between two bodies there are two forces. The two forces are equal in magnitude. They have same line of action. And they are opposite in direction. So likewise, between the 2 point charges as shown in figure, Q1 and Q2, there are two forces, two electric forces, or other way you can say electrostatic forces. One F12, that is force applied by Q1 on Q2. Next one F21, force applied by Q2 on Q1. Clear? So if you write the in vector form, obviously by using Newton's third law of motion, so the relation between the two forces, that's F12 and F21, goes like this. So thus F12 equal to minus F21, and the line of action of F12 as well as of F21 is the line joining the 2-point charges that is R. Clear? So if you write the vector in vector form, so in vector form, Coulomb's law can be written like this. As F equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q1 Q2 by R square RK, where in this SI system and in vacuum or F equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon Q1 Q2 by epsilon 0 and epsilon R, can say R square RK in SI system and in other medium. So where RK is, which is can be written like this, R by simple R, unit vector along R. So obviously you can see in the figure, or for the figure you can say like this. If Q1 and Q2 are positives, so then F12 must be 1 by 4 pi from 0 Q1 Q2 by R square RK, and F21 equal to obviously minus 1 by 4 pi from 0 Q1 Q2 by R square RK, and here we have RK, R vector is the position vector of Q2 with respect to Q. Clear? Okay. So to understand, let's take some example. Coulomb's law and Coulomb's law in vector form. So let's take some example. Example 1 goes like this. Suppose there are 2 point charges. Two microcoulomb and let's say 6 microcoulomb separated by distance r. Let's say r is equal to, let's say, times c. Calculate the force between them. So that means there are 2 point charge. Let's start answer. Let's do this. Q1 2 microcoulomb, let's say 6 microcoulomb, and the distance goes like this. Nice. So for point charges, the formula to calculate force between them is Coulomb's law. So as per Coulomb's law, force F, force between 2 point charges, say Q1 and Q2 separated by R is given as F is equal to 1 by 4 pi from 0 Q1 Q2 by R square. And if we have not given any particular medium, so we should assume that the medium is a vacuum. So obviously it is in a vacuum and an SI system. Now, if we use this formula in this for this example 1, so here we have Q1 equal to 2 microcoulomb. If we convert into SI system, so 2 into 10 to the minus 6 coulomb. Q2 equal to 6 microcoulomb, and 6 into 10 to the minus 6 coulomb. R equal to 9 cm. That is 9 into 10 to the minus 2 meter. Okay. Then F equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0. That's 9 into 10 to the 9 Newton meter square by Coulomb square into 2 into 10 to the minus 6 into 6 into 10 to the minus 6 by 9 into 10 to the minus 2 meter square. This is Coulomb square. Obviously, you know 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 equal to, I can write like this, since 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 equal to 9 into 10 to the 9 Newton meter square by Coulomb square. So if you put the values and calculate, so F equal to Coulomb square cancelled, and then meter square we can calculate meter square. Okay. So then what remains is 9 into 10 to the 9, 2 into 6, 12 into 10 to the minus 6 by 9 into 10, 9 into 10 to the minus 4. We should put Newton because the remaining unit is in Newton. So if cancelled, 9 cancelled, so 3, 4. So it was like this, 4 by 3 into 10 to the minus 12 plus 9 and plus 4 Newton, because you take 10 to the minus 4 into the denominator, then it becomes 10 to the plus 4. So 4 by 3 into 10 to the 1, because 9 plus 4 13 and minus 12 1. So 14 Newton by 3. Okay. So this is the answer of example 1. Okay. Pause here. So in the example 1, we have used the 2 point charges as positive point charges. Now let's take another example where the 2 point charges are unlike charges. Let's say one is plus 4 microcoulomb and the other one is minus 6 microcoulomb. Okay. Now we have not asked the to calculate the force in vector form. Simply we want to calculate the force, the magnitude of the force. So to calculate the magnitude of the force, we should simply consider the magnitude of each of the 2 point charges. That means Q1 we should take it as 4 microcoulomb, Q2 also should be taken as 6 microcoulomb, not minus 6 microcoulomb, because the magnitude of any vector is always positive. Okay, so let's answer. Okay. Answer goes like this. So 4 microcoulomb This one, let's say minus 6 microcoulomb. They are separated by distance, let's say 8 cm. So again we know we should use Coulomb's law because the instrument here, because to calculate the force between 2 point charges is Coulomb's law. So as per Coulomb's law, the magnitude of force between point charges is F is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q1 Q2 by R square. Okay? So again, we are considering vacuum only because we have not mentioned any specific other medium. So whenever there is no mention of other medium, we should use the formula for vacuum. And again, we are following SI system of units. So obviously here we take Q1 because we are considering magnitude. So 4 microcoulomb, that is your 4 into 10 to the power minus 6 coulomb. Q2 minus it well, simply we should take it 6 microcoulomb into 10 to the power minus 6 coulomb because we are considering only magnitude. And minus of 6 microcoulomb equal to 6 microcoulomb. Okay? So R is equal to obviously 18 cm. That's 18 into 10 to the power minus 2 meter. Okay? So again 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 equal to Q1, sorry, 9 into 10 to the power minus 9 Newton meter square by Coulomb square. Okay? So now let's use these values in the formula F is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q1 Q2 by R square. So force equal to F equal to 9 into 10 to the power 9, sorry, 10 to the plus 9, okay, 9 10 to the power plus 9 into 4 into 10 to the power minus 6 into 6 into 10 to the power minus 6 by 18 into 18 into 10 to the power minus 4, obviously Newton, because if you cancel the units, then the final unit, remaining unit is Newton. Okay, so 9 into, okay, 6 into 3, clear? Okay, so then it goes like this, 4 by 6 into 10 to the power 9 minus 6 plus 4 Newton. We can cancel all that. 2 by 3. So then it goes like this 6 20 by 3 of Newton. And we shall go 30 minus 12 20 by 3. So this is the answer of example 2. Okay. So this is the method to calculate the magnitude of force between 2 point charges. So next we will study that's how should we calculate the force unit vector. Okay. So now here in this example, we should calculate the force, both magnitude and the direction of force on 6 microcoulomb by 4 microcoulomb. Next on 4 microcoulomb by 6 microcoulomb. Because we already know that between 2 point charges there are always two forces, and force is a vector quantity and it has both magnitude and direction. Okay, so let's calculate. Okay, so now in this figure, both charges are along the x-axis. Obviously, if you take the positional vector of 6 microcoulomb, then the unit vector along the x-axis is, let's say, I already you know about it. Okay, so let's answer. So answer goes like this. In vector form, force F equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q1 Q2 by R square and this of RK. here, where R is the R vector, R cap is equal to R vector by R. That's a unit vector along R. And R is the position vector of Q2 with respect to Q1. Now here Q1 equal, let's say this one Q1 and this one Q2. Obviously in the given example, R becomes just like this position vector of 6 microcoulomb with respect to 4 microcoulomb, and it is nothing but 9 IKcm, or other way 9 into 10 to the minus 2 IK meter, because unit vector, since unit vector along x-axis is IK. Yeah, okay. So now let's use the formula. So RKF is equal to I R by R, and magnitude obviously so 9 into 10 to the minus 2 meter. Okay. So other magnitude R equal to is equal to 9 into 10 to the minus 2 meter, and unit vector. Okay. RK is equal to obviously I. Now let's attend the first one. Okay. So if let's say F be the force 6 microcoulomb by 4 microcoulomb. So then obviously positive differs. So if we are considering the force on 6 microcoulomb by 4 microcoulomb, then we should imagine like this. If the 4 microcoulomb is fixed, then we should hold it fixed, and 6 microcoulomb let it be movable, then the force obviously, as it is for both are positive, it will repel. So the force is positive. Yeah, okay. So then F equal to, we should write like this, 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0, that means 9 into 10 to the power 9 into, that's so Q1 here, that's so 4 into 10 to the power minus 6 coulomb into 6 into 10 to the power minus 6 coulomb square by, or 9 into 10 to the power minus 2 square Newton, and the direction is like this, I give. Okay, so it goes like this. 9 into 4 into 6 into 10 to the power 9 minus 6 by 9 into 9 into 10 to the power minus 4. So I gave Newton, 9 and cancel, and that is like this. So 8 by 3 into 10 to the power 9 plus 4. 9 minus 12 plus 4. I gave Newton. That's 80 into 1 by 3 IK. Now obviously as per Newton's law, if do it goes like this, if F prime be the force on 4 microcoulomb by 6 microcoulomb, so then F equal to, F prime equal to minus of F. So it is nothing but minus 8 IK Newton by 3. Okay?